Welcome to a full practice of chair yoga and breathwork. This video is a follow-up to our Lunch and Learn session titled Workforce Wellness Trauma-Informed Yoga. The session provided background as to what trauma-informed yoga is, its key principles, and how it can help therapists, practitioners, and other staff groups, as well as clients. It included a short yoga and breathwork practice. You can find that session via these links. Thank you to Stacey Wilson, mental health nurse and yoga instructor from Southeastern Trust, and to Joe McKeown, complementary therapist and yoga instructor from Wave Trauma, for providing the Lunch and Learn session and this extended version. This video provides a full chair yoga and breathwork practice which can be done at your desk, by yourself or with your teams. So let's get started.
Okay, so now I'm going to demonstrate some yoga poses that we can all do sitting at our desk. And like most yoga poses, everything can be modified, and these are really simple poses, easy accessible. And chair yoga is something we can all do and benefit from, and it's just creating safety in the body and focusing on grounding and gentle movement. So always remember about the breath as well. So breathe very intentionally throughout and through the nose. You can hold it and then release through the mouth. Okay, so the first pose we're going to do is called Tadasana, but before that I just want us all to rotate our wrists back and forward, because we've spent so much time with computers that our wrists definitely carry the bulk of the weight from our bodies. And we can also just sit and rotate the shoulders back. And remember, just focusing on the breath, remembering to breathe. Just slow, gentle movements. Again, we're sitting at our desks a lot of the time. And then if you want to bring that forward, rotate it again like that, and gives us a little warm up as well before we get into any poses. So the first one we're going to do is called Tadasana. So it's seated mountain pose. So if you sit tall, I'm just going to turn sideways so you can see. Sit tall with your feet flat on the ground, hands resting on your thighs or the sides, engaging your core, lifting the crown of your head up like there's a piece of string, just pulling your head up, keep it straight, eyes facing forward, and just breathe. And again, I would recommend doing that for 5 to 6 breaths. Inhale through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. And this pose, Tadasana, seated mountain pose, it promotes a sense of stability and presence in the body. So the next pose we're going to do is called Cat Cow, and again we can do this on our chair. We can do it as chair yoga. So what we're going to do now is we're going to place our hands on our knees, or again our thighs. I prefer to put my hands on my thighs, and we're going to inhale. I'm just turning around to let you see. Arch in the back, put your head back as far as it'll go, look up to the ceiling, and exhale, round in the stomach. And if you can bring your eyes towards your belly button, just hold it like that. So that's your cat. And again, inhale through the nose, arch in the back, a good stretch, and exhaling, and just take it back in. stretching the back, eyes back, and exhale, and just bring that in again. So that's a really good stretch for the spine, and it really promotes tension, flexibility, and coordinates like the movement with the breath. So you're focusing on the inhale, the exhale, and again you can reverse that as well. You can do the cow, cat, cat, cow, you know, you can mix it up. So that's really good again, because our spine is so like integral to like all parts of our body, so it's really good that we get a good stretch in there as well. So the next one we're going to do is called Uttanasana, and it's a seated forward fold. So usually you'd be standing up doing this, but again we can do it on the chair. So I want you to sit tall. If you can hinge forward and hands reaching towards the floor. So again I'm going to move and just kind of allow your head to drop and relax. Breathe it in and exhale out through the mouth. Inhale, exhale. So again, that's another one we can just do sitting at our desk. This is stretching the hamstrings, and it really calms the mind. So again, that's a really good one to implement while you're sitting at the desk. So our next one we're going to do is our spinal seated twist. So again, sit tall, feet flat to the ground, place your hands on, put one hand on your left thigh, one hand to the back, and then we're just going to twist around. And if you just bring your head over your left shoulder, and just remember to breathe in through the nose if you can, and release the breath through the mouth. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. And again, we just rotate that round. So if you put your left hand on your right thigh and your right hand round to the back of your chair, and just do the same in the opposite direction. If you put your eyes directly over your right hand shoulder, and just breathe in and out through the mouth. You should feel that nice stretch in the lower back, the shoulders, and always remembering to breathe. And again, I would recommend doing that 5 or 6 times. So the next pose we're going to do is seated pigeon. Again, we're on our chairs doing our chair yoga. So if you just sit back straight and lift your left or right, I'm going to lift my right leg over the top of my thigh here. Now if that's not accessible, again you can just modify it and you can put your leg down to here, but if it's not, you can put it up like this here, just over, pressing down on your foot, pressing down on your left thigh, and you can use your other hand to push your leg for a bit of pressure. And again, just breathe into the pose. It opens and releases stored tension, so it's really good and benefits everyone. So if you just inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose and exhale, and that's just releasing everything. And we're going to do it on our other side. So if your left foot, place it onto your right thigh, and you'll feel your hips, your thighs kind of opening as you're doing it. And again, if you can't do that, just move your leg down to your shin. You'll receive the same benefits. So we're just going to inhale through the nose and out through the mouth. Through the nose and out through the mouth. and you can really feel that there. It's one of my favorite stretches. But again, recommend doing that for a couple of minutes or a minute, just a few inhales, exhales, and really feel the breath, feel the movement as well being on your body. So our next one is going to be a seated warrior. So seated warrior, we are going to sit on our chair sideways. So depending on what chair, I'm on a swivel chair, so if you just sit sideways, your right leg, if you just bend it and extend, if you can, your left leg back, and just lift your arms, side of your ears, and if you keep your torso facing forward, just feel that stretch and just look forward. And remembering to breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. This is a really good stretch, just all over body. And again, we'll do our other side. So I'm going to use my left leg, sorry, and extend my right leg back. I'm going to sit side on, we used to say, and you should be sitting sideways in your chair if you're able to do so. And then put your arms side of your ears, torso facing forwards, eyes facing forward, and breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. In through the nose and out through the mouth.
So this is an invitation, just if it feels comfortable for you, to please close your eyes and to rest one hand at the center of your chest and the other hand at your stomach. If you would please pay particular focus to the hand that's at your chest and experiment with the level of pressure that you're applying to this part of your body. So notice how much pressure your hand feels like giving, and also how much pressure does the center of your chest wish to receive. And as you continue to rest here, I'd like you to imagine that this hand at the center of your chest is silently saying to yourself, I am here for you. Just please silently repeat these words into yourself. I am here for you. We may well live in several different places during the course of our lifetime, but our body is our one true home. So this is about learning to develop a more friendly relationship with our body, and in the famous words of the poet John O'Donoghue, to come home to ourselves. And if you then please bring your attention to the hand that's at your belly, just notice, how does your belly feel today? As you continue to hold yourself here, we're opening up awareness of the part of our brain called the insula, which is the part of our brain that sends messages from our body and then sends messages back to our body. So we're connecting to the inner state of our being. Please notice the quality of your breath. Notice any feelings of unease. And notice what it's like to feel your own silence. For some of us, it may be very soothing to sit in silence and feel ourselves and notice our breath. But for some people, this can be very difficult. Please just notice how easy or how difficult it is as you pay attention to your breath. Many years ago, the French philosopher Blaise Pascal said, "All of humanity's problems stem from our inability to sit quietly in a room alone." Allow your breath to become easier and deeper. When we do this, we're increasing our heart rate variability, our HRV. And when we do this, we're increasing our ability to handle stress in a better way. And as you continue to bring your attention to your breath, I invite you to notice your neck and to just gently turn your head towards the left and to very gently open your eyes and notice your surroundings. Really take it all in, and maybe there's something in the room that you're maybe noticing for the first time. Just be curious. And then when you're ready, just turning your head over to the right, do the same on the right side. Is there something that draws your attention? And then coming back, if you just gently look at your screen.
Thanks again to Stacey Wilson, mental health nurse and yoga instructor from Southeastern Trust, and to Joe McKeown, complementary therapist and yoga instructor from Wave Trauma.